It is. It's very exciting to have two prospects heading to the Olympics, especially for a country like Canada that is so deep with talent. But they're two guys we're very proud of. They've had tremendous years in college hockey, and one of them I've known for a while, Owen Power, and then Devin Levi. I just keep hearing story after story about what a good person and obviously a great player he is becoming. It's exciting and lots of fun when you have players, young players, the two that we just spoke of on the Canadian Olympic team, and Peyton Krebs and Jack Quinn. JJ Peterka made his first appearance this week, and then you factor in Joka Haru and Darlene that are 20, 21 years old as well, and I'm missing more, but it's fun to be around youth and energy to begin with, and then you have the talent of these young guys. It really is great to come to work each day when you see guys like that. Yeah, Craig is. We're hopeful that Craig is going to return, and potentially even within the next, by the All-Star break. I mean, that would be the hope. So he's making a push for that, and we're still looking at that day by day. So that's not etched in stone that that's going to happen, but he's taken an aggressive approach to push for that, and we'll see how he feels. He's not on the trip with us today, but he'll rejoin us as we get back on the ice back in Buffalo for the next practice. Oh, he's. I know for certain that he's got a soft spot for here. I mean, how can you not? He was a passionate. He is a passionate player and a passionate person, and spent a long time here and had some, obviously really good success here. So we're fortunate that he brought that to us. Unfortunately, we miss him. I mean, the first 7 or 8 games we had him, not only was he great in the net, he was a presence in the locker room and throughout the day around our players, and we miss that. It's tougher to do that when you got to go within yourself and rehab and focus on. You're on a different schedule when you're an injured player. So it'll be nice to get all that back, and if he can come and play here, I know that would be special for him.
All right, go ahead on Zoom.
First, who's your goalie tonight?
Goalie is Aaron Dell.
And second question is, Sabres has been out of the lineup for 5 games, and you've had 8 power play goals scored against you in those 5. What is it that he brings that is so good to the penalty kill that you miss so much?
Yeah, I mean, he brings a lot of good stability. He's consistent. He's in shooting lanes, and so yeah, I think that it's nice to have him back. I can't pin it and say it was only him that we gave up the amount of goals we had. Obviously, that there's a lot more to that, but he is a welcomed addition back. He plays that position in that situation with a lot of confidence, and when you give up extra goals in that area, sometimes that's where you take a hit. We've also rotated new guys in on the penalty kill because there's guys that we feel will be part of that in the future, and because of that, there's some bumps, and I think that's a big part of what you've seen in the last few games.
As far as Devin Levi and Owen Power go, I mean, this is going to be one of the experiences of their lives going to the Olympics. Just what do you hope they get out of it as young men having an opportunity?
Well, just what you said, Bill. It is an experience that is extremely unique, extremely rare, and there's nobody. I don't think there's no Olympian that would probably be able to tell you that there wasn't some life-changing component to becoming an Olympian and to going through that experience. So to have 2 young, talented guys like that have that opportunity is a real bonus for us as an organization. And certainly because they're great kids, we're happy for them. But again, and you're talking Canada. I mean, the Canadian Olympic team. That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty deep pool of talented hockey players. So they should be pretty proud of that. I'm sure they are.
Don, so much has been said and written and talked about Owen Power. He was the #1 overall pick, and that's hard to live up to all that. But how impressive has this season been for him? The way he has become very dominant and kind of fit that role as the #1 overall pick.
Yeah, it's a great spot for him. As I mentioned to you guys, I was really glad that he went back to play college hockey. He had the hindsight of a freshman year that he could internalize any things that he wanted to adjust to and adapt and set, goals with a clear vision, which is tough to do when you come in as a freshman because you have no experience at that level. So the targets and goals that he obviously set, in his own mind, I'm sure he's been able to go at them. He's obviously gone at them aggressively because he's performed so well. He's surrounded by a lot of talent. That's a great league, the Big Ten. There's not an easy night for those teams. I know Michigan's an extremely talented team, but they're young, and everybody in that league is tough to play against. So he's getting some great grooming for when he does jump up to pro hockey, and it's nice to see, as you mentioned, the success he's had because I'm sure it's targeted for him.
You got 2 more goals from Jeff Skinner on Saturday. He's up to 16. He's in a low 30s pace. He looks a lot more like Jeff Skinner this season. But how much of that is just simply the mentality of going to the net and being in the right spot and being ready for those opportunities where maybe we didn't see that as much the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is the mentality because that's when you watched him over the last year, and we all did. In a couple of years, you could see that it wasn't Jeff. Personally, as a coach, I wanted to see him back to his game and him being excited about it. And, you sense that. You feel that excitement around him in the locker room, in the hallways, and on the ice in practice. And, oh, by the way, it carries over into the game. It's funny how that works. He is going to the net more. He's going into traffic more. He believes in his ability to cash in, and he believes in his line mates, his team. So, I think there's just so many things that go into it. But he's taken the initiative. I've watched it. I challenged him with it, when I took over here, and said that, I told him, I'm going to push you. I'm not going to give you things, but I'm going to give you, what you earn and deserve. And he's earned everything he's gotten.
Thank you, Don.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yep.